I got sent this story by one of my subscribers, basically about this brother out of Houston, Texas, that was sent to jail for 6 months, basically for overpaying his child support. And when I heard about it, I was like, damn, that's crazy. How can you overpay your child support and still get locked up? And then I read the article and everything, and there's a lot of things, quote unquote, from the Arsenio Hall show, things that make you go, it said in the article that I guess he was missing some child support payments because his employer was not paying him for several weeks. And I guess when he knew that, possibly he can go to jail for this, he hurried up and paid the $3,000. So when he went to court, he was all paid up. Everything on paper said that he was paid up, and actually he overpaid child support. And then they try to hit him also, saying that, he was spending too much time with his child, because when you have the courts get involved with joint custody or whatever, there's a certain amount of time that one parent has a child, and then there's a certain amount of time the other parent has a child. But it said that his employer was holding money back from. Now, let's all be real out there. For those who have a job, and you get up every morning, every afternoon or every night, whenever you go to work, and you work to collect a salary, collect a paycheck. You better believe, if I go to work and on payday I'm expecting my money, and my job or whatever is withholding my money for several weeks, I'm going to get in somebody's ass. I'm not going to sit back, wait, what's going on? Why haven't I received my check? I'm going to the HR department, I'm going to the corporate office, and I'm going to find out why am I not receiving my money. It's not going to be no ifs, ands, or buts. So the reason why I bring that up is because I'm wondering, was he slacking on his child support payments? And when you found that he could possibly be going to jail, you said, okay, you know what, let me go and pay all this child support. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and pay more than I'm supposed to owe my baby's mother or the mother of my child, so that I don't go to jail. So I'm thinking, was this a cover-up? Or did they, just treat they did treat the brother wrong, no matter how you twist and turn it, because on paper he was paid up. But also, we have a lot of brothers. Like, I know people talk about the the baby mama drama and all that, and we do have tacky women out here, which is why I am very, very cautious of the women that I lay down with or even get involved with. I don't have any children right now, but I see what goes on with the the court system when it involves fathers and their men, especially, not fathers and their men, fathers and their children. Especially when it's towards black men. But I just question it because it's a lot of questions about this whole case. Now, if the brother was paid up, whether he paid late or whatever, I don't feel like they should have locked him up, because once you pay and once you do what you're supposed to be doing, he shouldn't have been locked up for it. But at the same time, we do have fathers out here that bullshit around, trick off all their money, don't take care of their kids, being emotionally or financially, and then when the shit hits the fan, all of a sudden they want to come around and be a father because they know it's a possibility they could be getting locked up. But then we have the court system that favors women when it comes to child support, a court system that goes after men, especially black men, and lock them up for pretty much anything on the minute they feel like you out of line for so-called not being a father to your children. And it was a video that the nigga with the tattoos, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he did a video recently, great video about the child support system and how it favors women, and how nobody goes after women for having a financial crisis, but the minute a father, especially a black man, has a financial crisis, they come down on you. No matter what's going on, if you are not paying your child support, they go after you. They don't give a damn how much income you bringing in, whether you having a hard time, whether you just got laid off, whatever. They go after you. And I thought he made a lot of great points. It was a great video. But you know, we do have this system out here that goes after men, not being considerate of their financial stability. And the guys that should be going after for not taking their kids, a lot of these guys are, thrown to the wayside. Maybe that they're supporting their child financially. The courts forget about, okay, is this father actually in this child's life? Are you spending time? Are you coming around? Then you have these mothers out here that don't give a damn about none of that as long as they getting that monthly check. So, you know, it's just a dirty game all the way around. But, you know, I just think it was foul locking this dude up. No matter whether he was slacking off before and he decided to pay the child support, you know, after he knew that it's a possibility he might have to go to jail. Either way, they shouldn't have locked him up. If anything, they should have put more stipulations on the agreement of him fathering his child. You know, whether it's spending time or taking care of him financially. That should have been what was put into place, not, you know, lock this brother up simply because neither he defaulted or he overpaid or whatever. It just no matter which way you look at it, it was foul. But this is the way, you know, the court system looks at black men, you know, in this country. You know, no matter how you look at it, you always gonna get the short end of the stick. And, you know, this is why I advocate being very responsible with not just the women, but the men that, you know, especially within the black community, that we get involved with, because a lot of times, you know, we don't pay attention to things. You know, we don't sit back and listen to people's certain opinions on things, or you know, how they were raised or how they were brought up. You know, all we thinking about is, oh, I'm in love, or I love him, or I love her, it don't matter. Or, you know, we thinking about the sex, you know, the ass is good or the dick is good, so everything else goes out the window. And then when you lay down with these people and you create a life, now you stuck with this person for the rest of your life. You stuck with paying child support or dealing with this person because you guys have a child together. So it's very important that, you know, we are wise about the people that we lay down with. I mean, I like sex just like the next person, but you have to be wise. There's been, you know, I mean, badass chicks, you know, that come into my path or, you know, had a liking for me. But I say, you know what? I can't deal with that person because I saw questionable things or, you know, questionable behavior. Sometimes you got to think with your mind and, you know, not always with, you know, your dick or your hormones. But that's all I have to say about this. I will leave a link in the description box. But, you know, it's a shady game out here, you know, when it comes to men and this child support, and especially towards black men. But it's just about us being responsible and knowing who you laying down with. Because really, the courts love to get involved with these type of situations and cause animosity and, you know, come after you and, you know, rape you for your money, because they get a kickback on some of the money too. And a lot of people don't know that. They get money for this. So it's important that we're very wise. You know, if things don't work out in your relationship, hey, that happens sometimes. You know, sometimes people grow apart. You know, things just don't work out. But you should be able to sit down with that person, with that male or that woman, and say, hey, you know what? Let's not get the courts involved. Let's be great parents to this child or these kids and work out something that is beneficial first for the children and beneficial for both of us. Let's be great parents. Let's keep the emotional stuff that we got going on between each other out of the situation. Let's not bring the courts involved, because they love to get involved, especially with black parenthood. But that's all I got to say. I'm out. Peace.